What's up, Magic fans? Another episode of Manze's Magic coming at you. This one's going to be a shorter one, but I just wanted to touch on the Markelle Fultz trade. Or should I call it the Jonathan Simmons trade? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on it. Jonathan Simmons, as you all know, was not so great this year. Actually, you might not know that. So Jonathan Simmons came to Orlando with a lot of hype, especially from me. After seeing what he had done in San Antonio, especially in the playoffs. Wow, that kind of sounds like Bismack Biyombo. I'm actually kind of scaring myself right now. Anyway, he had shown that he was up and coming and high energy guy, could get to the rim, could knock down the jump shot as well. And he showed that in the beginning with Orlando. Well, unfortunately, it didn't translate, or it didn't stick, I should say. So this year, he was not playing at a level to where he was honestly even deserving to be on the floor. That's why he was replaced with Wesley Iwundu, who, I saw him a little bit last year, and, he was one of those guys that would come off the bench when we're either up by 20 or down by 20. Small sample size, but he actually became that sixth guy that would come off the bench and actually was playing really well. So Simmons kind of just got relegated to the bench, and, I wasn't upset about it. And he had been battling some injury as well. So, with this trade, the only trade that the Magic made at the trade deadline this past week, we instead get Markelle Fultz, the former number 1 overall pick in the 2017 draft. Now, that was the draft that we selected Jonathan Isaac, who hopefully Mike and I will be recording one of these episodes Thursday night after the Magic game that we will be attending against the Charlotte Hornets. But Jonathan Isaac, who's come into his own so far this year. But Markelle Fultz is now a guard for the Orlando Magic. He will be wearing number 20, which depresses me because we all know my man Michael Petrus, that was his number. Should be retired, but that's a story for a different episode. Just playing. So Markelle Fultz, if you don't know, he played at Washington. He was a Husky. Just one of those guys that everyone was super hyped on, especially closer towards the draft. Because you don't think of Washington as really a powerhouse basketball school. Not at all, really. But in his short stint in the NBA, his big storyline has to be that he lost his jump shot. And that's basically what people say. They say he forgot how to shoot a basketball, which is really sad if you think about it. That's what he was known for. He could shoot the ball well. He could get the ball to the rim. He could facilitate. He could read defenses. And now you're looking at a guy who can't shoot. Are we getting the second coming of Elfrid Payton, just minus the big poofy hair? I don't know. Only time will tell. He's injured right now. He has, I don't know, I think it's like a shoulder or a wrist or something. Something in his arm is hurt, which is not a great sign. He's only played in 33 games over the course of those 2 seasons. Not really a big sample size to really determine where he's at. But I don't know. I'm not super upset. When I first heard the news, I was not really excited. Actually, I was pretty upset. I actually had Mike call me because I thought we gave up too much. And Mike actually said that in his notes that he sent me. Since he couldn't be here, I asked him just to text me to see what his thoughts were. And his notes included, as for the draft picks, I don't care for the second round pick, which I agree with. The Magic have never drafted well in the second round anyway. I certainly did not think we would get rid of any of our first round picks during the trade deadline. And he expected us to move either Vooch or Terrence Ross, which, understandably so, I thought the same thing, especially more on the Vooch end. But I think this is a sign that we are not giving up on the season and that we're going to try and make a playoff push. As of right now, we are 2 games out of the 8th seed with trying to catch the Heat. I think we can. We got our ridiculously tough part of the schedule out of the way early. Not only will I hope it gets easier for us, I also hope that we can just stay consistent. The big thing, honestly, if we make the playoffs or don't make the playoffs, what are we going to do with our two guys that salaries are up, Vooch and Ross? So Vooch is in his final year of his contract, getting about close to 13 million. What am I saying? 13,000. And T. Ross is making about 10.5. So they're both going to probably command big money because Ross has been playing lights out as of late. The Human Torch is what they're calling him. Other than those two, you have Kem Birch, who's been solid for filling in for when Bamba has been hurt. He was a big hustle guy. He reminds me of a Dwayne Dedman, but I think he can shoot the ball a little bit better. Then you got Wes Iwundu as well. His contract is up. Everyone else, I don't know, two-way contracts or people I don't care about. So that's good. The biggest thing on the books that really offends me is the fact that we're still paying Timothy Mozgov $16 million just to sit on the bench and be injured. But that's beside the fact. I mean, he's never going to perform for us anyway. We have money. We do have money, and I think you can afford to keep one, but not both. But you don't want to see either of them go for nothing. So that's why I'm kind of confused with why we didn't trade. Because, that'd be kind of nice. So maybe we can convince somebody to do like a sign-and trade. We sign Vooch to a longer-term deal, maybe like an Aaron Gordon type deal where it actually regresses as his pay goes down as the seasons go on. Because Aaron Gordon's got a super trade-friendly contract. And that could be really beneficial for a team that wants a complementary piece. I read something earlier this year about how AG would be a perfect fit in Portland. It would be Aaron Gordon and CJ McCollum like switch spots. That would give us the guard that we needed and then give them the spacing that they need since they don't really have that. So I don't know. I'm as a Magic fan, I'm just sitting here just watching the games to watch to see what happens because I really, of course, want to see us make a push for the playoffs. Who doesn't want to see their team in the postseason? I mean, even if we get swept by Toronto in the first round or Milwaukee in the first round, hey, at least we made it. I'd go down just to go to a game, get a shirt, something like that, and be like, yeah, we made the playoffs. And just to prove all the people wrong that just trash us. I mean, granted, we deserve the trash because we've been terrible since Dwight Howard. But, I mean, I saw a tweet where we haven't had, the biggest win streak we've had since Dwight left was a 5-game win streak, and that was, the season after he left. That's terrible. Come on. We're not that bad of a team. We deserve to be better than that. I mean, it's just where we are, and we have to deal with that. And all I can say is I hope that we are on the right track. I don't want to see us just continue to regress because I hate when people talk trash about us. That's my team, man. Yes, that's my quarterback. That's about all I had just for this. I didn't want to, throw too much on you because, again, Mike and I might be talking about this later. I did want to add that the highlight dunk by my boy Hazonia last night, I think the Knicks have lost 17 in a row or something. I don't know, 7 in a row, 17 in a row, one of those two numbers. But, yeah, that was a sweet dunk. Miss him. Don't really miss the losing, so I wish him all the best and just hope that we get this dub in a couple nights. Happy Valentine's Day to Mike and I. Hashtag Singles Awareness Day. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm good. So, thank you all for tuning in. If you don't already like me on Facebook, it's Manze's Magic, and that's Manze. You can also Trust the Process because that's where me, Mike, and Skylar make our magic. No pun intended. And River City Rogue, where we post all of this. So if you don't feel like going to SoundCloud every time to listen to me blab about the Magic or listen to Trust the Process, check us out on River City Rogue, or also you can check us out on Apple Podcasts. We are on there as well. I don't have a special logo for Manze's Magic on that, though. So just keep that in mind. Thank you all for listening. Keep up the pure magic. Let's get these wins and get to the All-Star break on a high note. Don't take it easy. Peace.